Wisconsin voters are showing that they approve of the Black Lives Matter movement and its recent protests, as well as law enforcement across the state, according to the latest Marquette Poll. Our own Mary Pouch gives us a look at those numbers.
It's been nearly a month since the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, and demonstrations calling for police reform and an end to systemic racism haven't stopped since. But how voters view these movements is shown to vary by race. All in all, 61% of Wisconsin voters approve of the recent mass protests. That approval rises with black voters to 74% and to 81% with Hispanic voters. However, when looking at just white respondents, that approval drops to 59%. 72% of total voters polled say they have a favorable view of the police, but it's a stark contrast with voters of color. Only 39% of black voters polled have a favorable view, along with 50% of Hispanic voters. Charles Franklin, director of the poll, says those differences come down to personal experience.
I think the differences in experience are important here. White's experience of the police is just qualitatively different, and they bring to that a much more positive view of police actions than do people of color.
Voters were also surveyed on their views of racial prejudice in Wisconsin and police restructure, which also showed a great divide among white people and people of color.
All right, thanks, Mary. To see more results, follow the link on the online version of this story at WQOW.com.